Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
Gaze at a graveyard.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
You gotta give him that huck and spit on that thing. You get me?
Oh, that sounds so good.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper, gang. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang. Yes. Boy, that is good news.
It is the 19th day of July, 2024. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday morning on the morning show. It is the Power Trip Morning Show, not just any old Power Trip Morning Show. The day Kevin O'Connell, head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, comes in studio and plays the initials game against Marnie Galarnar and Mark Parrish and myself and Rosie. He won't be here. Maybe he'll come in. I don't know. And Saucy and Corey will be here in a cast of thousands. What a day. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be so much fun. We got so much to get to, so why would we wait another second? Let's get this Friday morning Power Trip Morning Show started. Here's Rob Hayes with some comedy on a Friday morning. Now, come on in. I'm glad you're here.
Everywhere I go, people want to talk about politics. People in waiting rooms, people in bars, people in Uber. Like, these people are extras in the movie that is my life. But they feel like they have speaking parts. I feel like part of the problem is we're too focused on the big issues. Maybe we should start with a small issue we can solve and work our way up to the big issues. Like, here's a small issue. Are we chipping or are we swiping? I feel like we've done a great job of distributing the chip card. I feel like everybody has a computer chip on their card. It's supposed to keep you safe. You know, bad guys, they don't know about computer chips yet. But then you get to the register and they're like, I'm sorry, sir, we're swiping today. Then the next time you try to swipe, they'll be like, whoa, put the chip in. You don't blow this whole place up, you don't put that chip in.
What an ass.
Finish line is waiting. Yes! Fate is on your side. You hear the distant thunder.
Smash.
Lightning in your stride.
You're awful.
It's the Power Trip Morning Show. It is Friday, July 19th of 2024. My name's Corey Cove. That's Chris Hockey. That's Meat Sauce Paul Lambert. There's Zachary. And look, time's a bitch. It goes fast and slow simultaneously. It feels like John Kriesel won in Detroit Lakes about 6 months ago. But that was just Friday.
It was.
Hi, John Kriesel.
Good to see you.
Doesn't that feel like it was way more than a week ago? What is it about this week?
Right. I don't know. It's summer. I think it's something about summer.
Maybe.
Because we all have so many things packed in, and Chloe still talks about it. She loved it.
She's the cutest. She gave me
you.
6 hugs goodbye, and she's met me, once or twice? Like, I've been around her a couple of times. Just wanted to hug me.
She listens.
I have that effect.
She hears you guys every morning.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
So she feels like she knows you. Oh, yeah. No, there's times.
Cutest kid ever.
Long time, first time, right? Is what she is.
Yeah.
You should have her start calling the Power Trip Morning Show on Friday mornings.
I should.
Tell us what's going on in her world.
Or have her use the Bradshaw and Brian KFAN text line, 64686, and just text Barrero her political takes.
Yeah.
He'll
respond.
It'll derail hours of radio.
Yeah. She wants more snacks.
Yeah.
That would be her platform. More treats, more snacks.
Yeah.
Which
it's hard to disagree.
Yeah.
Tomorrow she turns 5.
Man.
Unbelievable. Wow. Dude, that's crazy.
Blink of an eye.
Insane.
Right?
That's
Sauce.
so cool.
We were just talking about the ultrasound situation.
Yeah.
And
I can't wait.
And I feel like that was 75 years ago that we were checking out little Chloe growing inside of my wife.
Abacadabra will be... She'll be 22 on Tuesday.
Knock it off.
On Tuesday, she'll be 22 years old.
Wow.
Corey,
Lord.
you were working with me on this radio show.
It was my first summer.
To go get Abigail to take Kim to the hospital for Abigail to be born.
Yep.
And I'm not making fun of you, Huck, but is that the time where you just drove around the 394, 494 loop looking for Southdale?
No, that was when Alex was born because we had just moved here 2 months earlier, and I had no idea where I was at. I drove so far out of my way to get from Plymouth to Edina, to Southdale, to the hospital there. In traffic, by the way, because he was born at 9:14 in the morning. So I'm trying to get Kim to the hospital. I'm 23 years old. I don't know where I'm at or how I'm getting there. There was no thing like Google Maps on my phone, and I'm writing down the contraction time as I'm driving along. So,
And you were in Oakdale, right, looking for the hospital for Matamidi?
it felt like it. Matamidi sounded right because I thought it was a little house on the prairie. I had no idea where the hell I was.
Yeah.
But man,
Yep,
time
time's
goes
a
by
bitch.
quick, man. It goes by
flies.
quick.
Yeah.
It really,
takes
really
forever,
does.
and it goes by so quickly.
Yeah, that was her first exposure to this, like where she just got it. She was telling my wife, Daddy is so much cooler than you. He gets to be on the radio.
Oh,
Yeah. He gets to be on the radio. People cheer for him.
Oh, my
wife
gosh.
goes, well, I can't compete with that.
Oh, no.
Then I just said to Kayla, kiss me.
Yeah.
Maybe we
I
need
say that to
to.
Sauce all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe
it
we need to
works.
get actual trophies for those majors moving forward. Because can you imagine if she had watched her dad hoist an actual trophy?
Yeah.
Like a glass.
She'd have been
Trophy.
like, Dad, you really need to divorce Mom, Dad.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of bitches now.
Yeah. Look at all this hardware.
That was the
Yep.
best. Initials today will feature head coach Kevin O'Connell.
Hell yeah, man.
Coach will be here at
about
8. We'll get to hang with him for a little bit. He'll play initials at 8:20. Then we'll have a little bit of time afterwards as well. He's on our show from 8 o'clock until 9 o'clock.
Yeah, man, you're going to like
Perfect.
him. He's a big, tall dude, very fit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very fit,
Yeah, I've
man.
never met him.
A very, he's going to feel like one of the dudes. He's going to feel like one of the dudes.
One
in
of
here.
us.
Yep. And then if you piss him off, then you're going to feel like you're going to get thrown out of his office.
Yeah.
Which is great because he doesn't run this
Yeah.
joint, right?
No,
He can't
well,
fire us.
I know.
Correct.
I don't think.
I don't think so, but he can't order me never to come into the locker room again, which would really be hard for
That
me.
is true. But
Yeah, that
Sauce,
would
think
be
about
tough.
this. Sauce, you and I specifically, we're old enough to be his dad.
KOC? No, he's like a year younger than we are. Wouldn't that be a weird... What are you, from Indiana?
Yeah, what did we look it up the other day? He's, 39? I
Yeah,
think he's 39.
39.
It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
One of my
Unbelievable.
favorite bits ever is when Hawk compared you and Jared Allen because you guys were the same.
Oh, yeah, great bit.
And then
Yeah,
Hawk was like, "You've done nothing."
That was an all-time
We should maybe bring that back for KOC and compare the lives of you and KOC and see who's done better.
Wasn't that a promo?
For a long time, yeah.
I probably still have it.
It was just, you guys are the same age? What a failure. We just,
Right, yeah, it was such a great bit. Yeah.
Jared had done everything, you had done nothing.
Man, what a pleasure it was to meet that guy.
Yeah.
Such a nice
Yeah,
guy.
Jared's a good
I mean,
dude.
Jared's a great dude.
What a thing.
Muss and him are still buddies.
Yeah.
That's what, I mean, how Muss is buddies with everybody. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
everybody
what are you gonna
loves
do?
And it's not
Yeah.
easy to be Muss's friend, so it's crazy that he maintains that many friendships.
Yeah, he's very discerning.
He's a lot.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. Mm-hmm. In the golf bet, do you get paid if your guy at any point is dead last?
Why is that you?
Cam Smith is dead last.
I saw the tweet
really?
this morning of
Dead
Sauce
last.
just saying he would have a better score if he kicked the ball down
He's
the fairway.
12 over, tied with something called Dan Bradbury.
So is
Dead
he,
last.
He
He's played
can't
center
be
for the
dead
Vikings.
last. He can't be.
Yeah, because why?
Because Tony Finau is supposed to be dead last.
Oh, no. Tony Finau still missed the cut.
Well,
but
Oh.
Tommy's
Man,
going
you-
to slap you in the face with that thing.
Yeah, you and Gord
Yeah,
just
well,
ripped him
I
for
body bagged
Finau,
him
and
yesterday.
you took Cam Smith saying it was like this big value pick, and you couldn't believe he was still on the board. And you guys said Cantlay couldn't do it, and maybe he won't either. But dead last.
dead last. He's dead
All right, hang on,
last.
let me find the button. Hang on.
Well-
Go ahead. Talk amongst yourselves.
While you're doing that, do you want to hear? We'll look for the promo if you want. I got some promos from back in the old days, but I don't know which one's which. Like I have this one.
The Power Trip.
Mr. Cicada, how are you, sir?
Pretty good. How are you?
Mr. Cicada, real quick, I just want to jump in. The chorus is coming up, and they would like to sing it to you. Are you okay with that? Seriously, would you mind? Because this is...
Yeah, absolutely. Let me hear it.
Let's go, guys.
I don't want to say this. I don't want to find another way.
to make it through the day without you.
Do you want to join them, Mr. Cicada? Do you want to sing with
Wow. Wow. You, well, let me tell you, I appreciate the passion. I really do. First and foremost, thank you so much. That was, it was heart-wrenching, what I just heard.
Why did we have him on? Was
For
he
that
promoting
moment.
something?
Yeah, I'm sure he was doing a concert or something. It didn't matter what he was doing. We just like, we're going to have him on. That's the greatest ever.
Yeah.
John Cicada.
He doesn't get it.
We love that song.
If someone did that with North Country for you, Chris, you would love it.
Are you kidding? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be like,
I'd pee
"That
down my
was
leg. It'd be the best."
devastating.
Oh, man, no. It'd be the best. God, I got so... Did you find your thing?
Yeah, how do you finish again?
Yeah.
Dead last?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He had a good day, though. Thanks.
That's how he's doing.
Cam Smith.
Cam Smith, dead last.
Yep.
Well, wait, no. Todd Hamilton is now plus 13.
Todd?
Todd Hamilton is the most Todd name of all time.
Yeah, yes.
It really is.
That is the definition of country club member number one, Todd Hamilton.
No, we saw that guy yesterday. Wasn't it Maverick something?
Maverick McNeely?
Yeah, that's pretty,
That sounds more like a NASCAR driver than country club.
Man,
or a hockey player.
There's some old promos in here. Do you want to hear any more?
Yeah,
sure.
Let me see.
Can't find the Jared one?
I don't know for sure which one's which. They're not labeled correctly. Let's see. Here you go. Let's see what this one is.
The Power Trip Morning Show.
We welcome Will Smith to the in the house. Thank you.
Muhammad Ali, bigger than life. What was that experience like for you?
Man, let me tell you, that thing was so crazy. Be able to play Muhammad Ali and be out there, man, and walk around in them shoes and become the greatest, man. I just felt so great. It was so fantastic. It was so wonderful to be me that I just could not believe how pretty I actually was.
Will Smith, everybody. Did you spend much time with the champ?
Yeah, he would probably be there 2-3 days a week. He came to Africa, and it was just to be standing between Muhammad Ali and Nelson Mandela. It was like, dude, you're doing nothing with your life. You're doing absolutely nothing with your life. And it's just so inspiring to see people who have suffered that much injustice, have suffered that much pain, and then to still be able to smile.
Will Smith has been our guest.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you so much.
Guys.
We had Will Smith, man. And then he slapped the ass out of Rosie.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Every time.
That's because Rosie brought in the entire neighborhood to watch.
I did.
At that point, he was like the nicest celebrity I think we've ever had.
He was great.
He was so
to
nice.
And remember, we broke down why. He was so calculated that he looked every one of us in the eye and this is like a business trick, a sales guy trick. Looked every one of us in the eye and almost immediately repeated our name when we shook our, like, hey, I'm Corey. He's like, hello, Corey. Good to meet you. He's looking at you're like
you mattered the most.
Right. He knows me.
Yeah, he was super
What a
nice.
sweet little trick that is, because he had every one of us in the palm of his hand, and then he had Chris Rock's face in the palm of his hand.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe Chris Rock had to come. I don't know.
Yeah, he was super nice.
He was very nice.
That's really crazy that we had Will Smith on this show.
Yeah.
And we're not kidding. Rosie brought in like a rando or two, and we're like, who is this? He's like, you don't just bring randos in for Will Smith.
His neighbor.
What?
Yeah.
You brought randos in.
Who do you think Rosie's going to bring in for the coach today? Hi, I got a restaurant down inside.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to order up the KOC.
Sludge and Lake.
Yes, again, this is Brett Favre calling.
Oh, that's a bit from Sludge and Lake. How about that? God, do you want to hear that, or are you embarrassed?
Oh, I don't really care either way.
Because sometimes you hate those.
Well, it's all nails on the chalkboard.
I know it is.
PTSD from working at the ink factory.
Yeah.
I listened to this station morning till night. That's
What
back
did
in
you
Chad.
do at the ink factory? What was your job?
Well, I started as a tub scrubber. So you have
As a tub scrubber?
Tub scrubber. So when
that sounds like Chumbawamba.
That's where you start at the very beginning. So all the empty ink tubs, you have to climb in them, scrape, scrub them out, and then down the road, then I became an ink manufacturer. So I would mix the recipes for custom colors, make sure the color was proper.
Where was this?
Minneapolis.
This is in Minneapolis. So
Solid
this is
job.
18 years old, or what age were you?
18. I started there like a week before 9/11.
Wow.
And then
and you joined up?
Yeah. It was awesome.
Who squeezed the octopus?
All of us. Yeah.
You were
It
a
was
tub
awesome.
scrubber.
But it
What a
was
cool
like I
name.
started at like $19 an hour, and you'd get a 25-cent raise every 3 months. So it was like hard work. You'd stay in shape. Everyone was jacked because you had
Really?
to lift some.
Oh,
but,
man.
But
Yeah.
it paid really well.
Yeah.
But once I lost my feet,
real work
couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, right. Oh, God, I loved this. I hope this is still as funny as it was. I'm going to play you one more. This is from 2014. Is that true?
That's 10 years ago.
2014. Listen to this.
The Power Trip.
Do me a favor, Sauce.
Yeah.
Just smile your goofiest smile right now. That would be the logo on the side of the Green Bay Crackers helmet.
Or you could just have a full body one and just have it meat sauce with a DMB shirt and sandals and a hacky sack.
Here come the crackers. Man, are they high. What happened? No, they're just lazy.
Here comes another entitled prick.
Here comes another. Yeah, they're 0-10, but all they ever do is complain and ask for more money after the game. What a bunch of lazy bastards. Here comes the crackers. All of their education has been paid for by their father. Here come the crackers. $50 a week for lunch money from their dad. How did he spend it all? Well, that's how he got to 365 pounds.
Here come the crackers.
You turned it into like the 1950s. Here come the crackers.
That's a great State Fair t-shirt right there.
Oh, man.
Here come the crackers. And it's the three of us.
Yeah. What a great. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
10 years ago.
Dumb, man.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Yeah, we've had some fun on this show. Cicada was 10 years ago, too, by the way.
Man.
That's why I still can't believe I get to be on the show. Been a listener.
You were a tub scrubber at one point.
I know.
Yeah, man.
Now Zach does that in Las Vegas.
When's the last time you cleaned your tub? Any of y'all?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yuck.
I mean, I don't think either of us have used the tub at our house.
Oh, man. I can't believe it. You were a tub guy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You like to soak in your own filth.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was back in the days where you could get up on your own without
correct.
It does feel like a young kid thing, though, right? Because when we built our house, the kiddo was 1. We use it all the time, right? Bathtub time. Now that she's 10, nobody uses the tub anymore. I would kill to have that thing out of the
we'll need it now.
The main bathroom.
Get it
out of there.
It's not considered a full bath if you don't have a bathtub in there. So when you sell your house or whatever, it's considered a 1.5 instead of a or a 0.5 instead of a 1.
What a waste of time.
I got a half bath. Water goes everywhere. It's ridiculous.
Brilliant.
Well played.
Here come the crackers. More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
The Fan.
The Power Hour goes live at 8 a.m. You can watch Kevin O'Connell make his Initials game debut, and you can watch the Power Hour weekdays at 8. All thanks to Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
Yeah, welcome back, Power Trip Morning Show. They're playing golf over across the pond.
Sauce, what channel is that on?
825. Who do you have, Hogs?
USA, right?
Yeah.
Who do I have? Victor.
He hasn't teed off yet, but he's got the projected cut right now is +4. So if it stayed like it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys would miss the cut.
But is my guy +3? Is that right?
He's +4.
Is he +4? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
But he hasn't even started yet.
Yeah, right.
Sugar, Shane Lowry, and something called Brown are atop the leaderboard at -6. I believe, though, Chad Daniels still leading the Power Trip bet. He has Xander Schauffele at -2. So, like Power Trip Bets tweeted yesterday, big week for Chad Daniels, right? He's on Rogan's podcast.
I didn't hear that yet. Did you hear it yet?
I haven't heard the Rogan podcast yet, but I think all of us now have watched the special.
The stand-up is A+.
really great,
He's
man.
on Rogan in front of millions of people. He does a Netflix special, which was an absolute killer. It was fantastic. And now he might win a couple of $1,000 from us idiots.
Yeah.
I'll tell
Because
you.
he's leading the Power Trip bet.
John, if you haven't seen it yet, again, the line about the mom taking off her belt, damn, that was
Oh,
funny.
my God.
Oh, my God. That was the most unexpected. Jeez Louise.
I was telling Sauce, the line that, I won't ruin the line, but the line that got me to laugh the hardest was the vasectomy burp joke.
Oh, yeah.
I was not ready for that.
That's
but
what I'm saying.
His face when he does the burp bit, God dang it, that was good. Was that it?
The mom line got me. I haven't laughed that hard to a stand-up in a long
Netflix,
time.
right?
Chad's a killer,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
He's very good.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, did you guys hear Nick on
on
Dana
the
Carvey? And, Fly on the Wall?
No, I haven't heard it yet.
Oh, dude, you got to listen because you can hear the respect that those guys have for him.
Yeah.
And he's telling stories from his perspective because he was like a generation behind those guys coming up in stand-up, especially Dana. And hearing the origin story of Nick from their eyes is really, really interesting. And how what's that daddy grandma's boy. Hearing them talk about him writing movies and stuff like that, and they have a lot of respect for him. It's real, and not that I guess I don't know. We've talked to Nick, and you're close with him, Sauce. Like, you don't expect that Dana Carvey has a lot of... I don't mean that sounds very insulting, but do you get my point what I'm saying?
Yeah. Those guys all love him, man.
They love him.
They love him, yeah.
And, God, to be friends with Adam Sandler must be the greatest thing of all time.
Seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
Seems like a great dude.
Nick says nothing but nice things about Sandler. How generous he is, how kind he is, how funny he is, and how good of a dude he is. He just raves about how great he is. I think all those guys. I mean, he was really close with Zacho's guy.
Norm Macdonald. Yeah, I know. He tells stories about
Kevin
Norm
Nealon.
Macdonald.
He's very close with Kevin Nealon. Yeah, all those dudes. Yeah.
Have a seat over there.
Imagine hanging out with all those people, how funny they are, like off camera funny.
Again, on that podcast, the Fly in the Wall podcast with Dana Carvey and David Spade, Nick tells he tells a couple stories about Norm Macdonald, and it's hilarious. Have you guys heard? I'm going back and forth all over the place, but Sandler does this. Was telling a story on Stern about the Hanukkah song. Did you hear that story?
No.
Stern, he probably somebody fed him the question, I'm sure, but it was great. He said, "Did anybody ever ask you to take them out of the Hanukkah song?" And I think it was the owner. I can't remember what basketball team. It was the owner of an NBA team. They were at some fancy restaurant, him and Rob Schneider. And they walked by a table, and this guy, he makes it sound like it's a very mafia thing. The guy pulls him over and says, "Yeah, you're the guy who wrote the Hanukkah song." And
well, he says in the song, the owner of the Seattle Supersonicas.
That guy, that guy. So apparently, a new guy
is such a funny way to do it.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
A new guy bought the Sonics or something like that. And when he walked by the table, he said, "You're the guy that wrote the song." And Adam's like, "Yeah," and he goes, "86 that." And Adam's like, "Why?" And he goes, "I'm not a Jew."
And he was really mad about it.
Yeah, and Schneider's with him. And apparently, you don't do that kind of thing when Schneider's around because they went at it, I guess, a little bit. But I thought it was, first of all, great question. And second of all, really interesting story that I'd never heard from Adam Sandler about that song.
Random.
I know.
Yeah. He must have been real pissed to actually stop him.
Yeah.
That's
exactly. Yeah.
And it would have been funny if he was joking.
Yeah.
If he was like, "Yeah, just kidding."
But apparently he wasn't. No. Schneider's like, "What's wrong with being a Jew?" So good story, man. Yeah, those guys, it must be surreal to hang out with those guys. Oh, and I'm sorry, one more thing, Corey. They mentioned doing comedy at Treasure Island.
Oh, no kidding.
At the outside thing during that podcast.
Oh, that's cool.
I think it's like the biggest outdoor crowd any of them had ever played. And they mentioned it and talk about how weird it was, how cool it was, how much they liked it. So.
Right on.
Yeah, that's sweet.
By the way, Shane Lowry just birdied. Now he's 7 under and atop the leaderboard by himself. Sugar Shane.
Dude looks like he should be on a fishing boat.
That guy's,
right?
Yeah. Or in a pub just pounding pints.
Yeah, I'm sure
which he did when he won it. Andy, do you remember when he won it?
I can't remember the year, but
he poured beers into the trophy and drank out of them for
for him,
weeks.
Man.
Yeah,
good.
He reminds me of somebody, but I can't think of who he is.
I would drink rail whiskey out of the claret.
Dude, you love rail whiskey. What is that deal?
It's just it's an ode to my father-in-law.
Oh, because
he can afford whatever liquor, and he still will be like, "I have a shot of rail whiskey," and so then I did it to kind of mock him, and if you're shooting it, who cares?
Yeah, right.
I can't tell the difference between an expensive one and garbage. And what I like is that a lot of places, they'll be like, "What do you mean rail whiskey?" I'm like, "The crappiest whiskey you have. I'll take a shot of it."
White Wolf or whatever.
Just like military special. Just the garbage.
The plastic bottle. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Basically turpentine, right?
Right. The stuff where at Camp Ripley, when we'd be in the field for 2 weeks for annual training in the summer, we'd come back and all the people, we call them pogues, people other than grunts, where they're on base during the time we're in the field. So we come back, all the liquor's gone from the store, from the PX, except the brand military special, which is garbage. But we're like,
gotta have it.
Desperate times.
Yeah, man.
We'll take it. Trash. I need to buy some next time I'm up at Ripley just so I can see how I feel about it today. Because back That's back when I was a tub scrubber.
Tub scrubber?
Yeah.
Tub scrubbing. I tell you what, man, just you saying rail whiskey makes my belly hurt.
Same.
It really does. I kid you not, man. I've had some bad moments.
That also sums up basically every all-inclusive resort, right? When you're unlimited alcohol, that's great. Then you go there and you realize it's all rail.
And it's watered down.
I've had 13 shots and I don't feel
And all
a
the
thing.
fancy bottles up on the shelves are just full of water for effect.
The annual golf trip we go on, most of those dudes aren't from Minnesota, just a handful. And that's when the Wolves were starting the one against the Nuggets. Okay. And I'm like, rail whiskey shot for good luck. Now all these dudes would do rail whiskey wherever they're at across the country. They'd send their picture because they were cheering for the Wolves.
Bit. I love it.
It is.
Oh, we got to use that. We got to do it.
Did it up at DL.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was just. How's that already a week ago?
I know. Right.
Isn't that incredible?
So front page sports when we come back. Marnie Gellner in a little bit, Mark Parrish in a little bit, Mr. Z in about 20 minutes. We'll talk about Twisters and more. And then Kevin O'Connell, the head coach of the Vikings, joins at 8 o'clock, makes his initials debut at 8:20, and $69,500
U.S.
on the line for the St. Paul Federal Credit Union initials jackpot. 69.5 up for grabs, potentially in the 8 o'clock hour. Don't go anywhere.
Brew Party returns this Friday it's tonight. I don't know why I read it like that.
That's tonight.
Brew Party returns tonight at Forgotten Star Brewing. Join our favorite shows, including the Power Trip, for a night filled with great drinks and live music. Plus, everyone in the crowd will have the chance to play the initials game for their shot to win awesome prizes. Doors open at 5. Get the full details now at KFAN.com, keyword party.
Wait a minute, everybody? How does everybody play?
Everybody.
Well, you see, Cor, there's a great little service. Let me tell. Actually, you know what? Let's have the initials guy, Corey Cove, come in and tell us about it.
Great transition organically to let me explain this, Zachary.
It's like a volleyball.
I was just last night. We were on the boat doing the show. I had 4 different people 4 different times ask me how that's going to. How are we going to be able to play the initials? Man, are we writing things down? I said, well, here's what we're going to do. I have no idea. So it's up to you. Please.
Yeah, so I've been working with these guys for like the last year and a half, these awesome guys at Trivia Mafia. So we have this new thing called Initials Game Live. It kind of works like NTN used to work at B-Dubs back in the day.
I love that.
So
that's sweet. Dude.
Everybody can play on their phone, and then you get rewarded for how quickly you lock in the correct answer. So everybody hears all 6 clues, but if you know it after clue 2, you quickly type in the answer, and you get more points based on how quickly you get it right. So everybody that's at the Brew Party tonight gets a chance to play. And I think we have prizes for what, Zach? The top 5, right? I think it's Vikings tickets, Metallica tickets, some like Visa gift cards. Oh, yeah.
What?
Like legit prizes for the top 5 rubes. So there's going to be hundreds of people there. If you're in the top 5, that means you can play. Right? So if you think you're good at initials, be at the Brew Party tonight and you can prove it.
Hello.
Hi.
Randy.
It's going to be sweet.
Are you going to, I'm going to guess that information goes somewhere like where you can keep track of just how good somebody is? Are they going to be able to ever play their way onto the show and actually play the initials game?
So if, I think what we'll do moving forward, you know how when we do TI bits on Thursday, we just draw 5 random names and then they come on stage and then whoever wins a trip to Vegas? It might be fun in the future to say the top 5 earn their way onto the stage, right? We play a game where the whole crowd gets to play.
That's sweet.
And then the top 5 get a chance to come on stage and then play for Vegas.
We pop some balls.
Wow. Gonna pop some balls.
Yeah, so there's some cool stuff. You guys will see it tonight when you come to Brew Party at Forgotten Star.
That's sweet.
Yeah, doors open at 5. We'll have the red carpet show at 6:30.
Hosted by?
I'm hosting it.
What?
So feel free to stop by and say hi. Max is emceeing the stuff beginning at 7 o'clock.
It's really exciting stuff.
And then Hawk goes on at 9 o'clock to blow your faces off.
Yeah, we're going to blow some faces off.
Isn't it melt? Isn't he supposed to be melting?
No, he's blowing.
Faces? He's blowing.
We had to change things up.
Yeah.
So Tommy will be there.
Maybe
People are already lining up.
blow and melt.
And my good friend Andy will be there.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, British Andy's going to be there, Marnie.
Yeah, it'd be cool to get those two together. in
Marnie will
person.
be there.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying if she's listening, British Andy will be there, and British
got it.
Andy is a guy from England who just likes the show and likes the Vikings. I just want Marnie to know what's happening.
Well, Rosie will be there tonight, right?
What?
I don't think so.
I think actually he is.
I don't believe so. I don't think any Vikings Ring of Honor guys are going to be there, so why would Rosie be there?
Oh.
Just us common folk.
Interesting. Anyway, it's going to be fun tonight. We're going to play a bunch of songs that everybody knows.
Hot cuts.
The more you drink, the better we sound. Keep drinking.
Brilliant.
Drink some Forgotten Star beer.
Yeah,
you know
do that.
It's very good.
And then have some rail whiskey.
Yes.
But they probably don't have that.
They probably don't have that.
That's a bummer.
But just drink a beer and pretend it's real whiskey.
Or come over and grab my water bottle.
Brilliant.
All right, let's do Front Page Sports.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Yeah, Holiday Station Stores. You can get a couple of Celsius at Holiday. Buy two, get one free, including their exclusive flavor, watermelon lemon, for a limited time. Buy two, get one free at Holiday Celsius. Do it.
Can I give you the top story in sports myself?
Sure.
We're in the Big 12 championship game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big
Already.
deal.
I like your hat.
Yeah, thank you. I'm wearing my Iowa State hat. We're real good, guys. We're ranked top 5 in the country.
Yeah.
And my young middle linebacker is finally realizing how not to dive in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
So he's actually making some tackles. This is the greatest video game of all time, John.
That bit yesterday was funny.
Which one?
Was it yesterday where you guys are with Tommy?
Oh my God.
And Max.
That was,
talking
You should have
about
heard the offense.
Yeah, the Tommy bit was just a flashback. That's all that was.
Let me tell you. I love this game, Corey.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm telling you, I can't think of anything else. It's all I think about. I'm driving down the road and I'm thinking of ways I can be a better middle linebacker.
Watching film, putting in the hours.
It's the best.
Have you figured out a way to get that PlayStation hooked into your teleprompter on stage?
I have not because you're right. I can. And here's another solo.
I'm afraid to play it because I'll be hooked.
Oh, it's
and the last I will not. I don't want to go through it again.
Nobody dies in this.
I know,
game.
dude. I know.
Yet.
Inside jokes are the best.
I know. I know. And then it'll be
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Really.
I'll find a way. My middle linebacker would pass away in a tragic incident, and it would bring back old Arthur.
Yeah, I know.
The pain from within.
And then you'll come to work and we'll be like, he's graduating college, John.
Yeah.
You're a player.
That devastated John when Arthur died.
Oh, man.
Didn't you visited his grave
I did, yeah.
quite often, right?
Twice.
Pay your respects.
It's
for
a battle
Arthur.
to get there.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
hard
look
to
it up.
find it too,
It
right?
is.
Yeah.
Did any of you, not to just talk video games, but video games are the best, did any of you go to the house where the serial killers are?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not yet.
I did not.
I absolutely.
I'm too scared.
They tried to kill you. Yeah, they invited you to dinner and then they tried to kill you.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It's the craziest thing.
Love the Easter eggs in those games.
Yeah. Yeah.
So cool.
Rosie was there. As soon as you walked in, you heard.
Panties.
Okay, this is a scary place.
Yeah, I gotta go.
The Clippers and the Jazz agreed to a sign-and-trade deal for Russell Westbrook. Then he is expected to be waived, and Denver apparently is where Russell Westbrook's going to end up.
Thanks, beady eyes.
Yep. So he averaged a career low 11.1 a game with the Clippers last year, but Denver lost KCP and Reggie Jackson at free agency. So I guess Russell Westbrook's what they're going to fill it in with once this.
That ain't funny.
It wasn't supposed to be. It was just the news. Westbrook is 35. He's a future Hall of Famer, but he's falling apart.
Yeah.
So good luck to the Denver Nuggets with that.
You're kidding, future Hall of Famer?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
He's one of the top 10 players for a while, yeah.
Well, and he had 2 seasons where he averaged a triple-double, and no one had done that since Oscar Robertson. He was the MVP that year.
I mean, he's a top 10 point guard of all time.
And then he just forgot how to shoot.
I don't understand the word you just said.
No, sorry.
He did just kind of hit that cliff at age, 31-ish or something, and it went from unstoppable to just very, very
constant
stoppable.
turnovers. He couldn't shoot.
Which is weird. I mean, when players age, you lose quickness, and it's bizarre to see someone who was such a good shooter just forget how to shoot the basketball.
Can you imagine? I mean, none of us are great athletes. Can you imagine what it's like to be great and then physically feel yourself not be that good anymore?
Right.
Well, like watch kids run by you when you were the fastest guy your whole life.
By the way, for reference, Chris, because I know you love basketball, when they announced the 75th anniversary team in 2021,
okay,
he was on that. So one of the 75 best players of all time, according to the NBA.
Hasn't Parrish talked about that?
Yeah. Where you lose that step, man.
Yeah.
I mean, in the NHL or any pro sport, one step is a lot.
How on earth did OKC not win a title?
I know.
Yeah.
With that big three?
Yeah, and Harden was coming off the bench.
Right.
And they drafted them all, right?
Harden, Durant, and Westbrook.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The All-Star Game ratings, baseball, 7.5 million viewers, up 6% from 2023.
Up
6% from 2023, but still the second lowest ever for an All-Star game.
Yeah.
It's unwatchable.
Yeah, I watch for like an inning or two because it's the only thing on. And when baseball resumes, I don't have Bally, so like you got to pick and choose what sports you watch. It's just boring. It's not fun.
The Home Run Derby, on the other hand, down 11% from last year, down to 5.45 million viewers. So Home Run Derby down 11%, All-Star Game up 6%.
We pop some balls.
Yeah, the Home Run Derby's terrible.
You watched every second of it.
No, because I was playing. I have 2 TVs in my basement, so I was playing our video game on one of them.
How's your team doing?
My team we won the national championship.
Did you really?
Already?
And then I tried to transfer. Well, so with this bit it's 5-minute quarters. You don't play you only play on offense, and everything is like as soon as the ball gets back, it simulates, and then you get the ball back. So you play like it's maybe 2 minutes of gameplay a quarter you actually play.
Yeah, even on when you play defense.
Yeah, it flies by.
I didn't even think about that. Dang it. Because I just set up my guy last night
it's
and
not
everything.
like I'm playing 15-minute quarters.
And I did 3-minute quarters because I'm like, I just want it to move. But now that you say that, I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, you got to be.
Be done with the season in 20 minutes.
Right. And I'm going to tell you, I think I'm going to have to move up a difficulty level because Iowa State shouldn't be playing for the national championship game.
Yeah.
How dare you?
But here's the problem and Zach and I have talked about this 1,000 times. Here's the problem that EA has is if you go to a higher level, it's too hard. And there isn't like an in-between. Like the MLB The Show, I always say this is such a good game because it gets better it gets harder as you get better. EA doesn't have that. It's either too easy or impossible. There's no in between.
No kidding. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I love about Chris's Iowa State hat is when you are in middle school or high school, people wear hats of a whole bunch of random colleges because you like a player or you like a team or whatever.
Different.
Right, you're on a bandwagon or whatever. Once you get to Chris's age, you either went to Iowa State or you have a son or daughter currently going to Iowa State. So at some point, somebody's going to go, oh, did you go to Iowa State? I did. And you're going to go, no.
No,
do you have
I'm going to say, don't you remember we won the national championship?
Do you have a kid at Iowa State?
It's a religion down there.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. Why do you have an Iowa State hat? The virtual me goes there.
He's 6'6". He's exactly a foot taller than I am.
The virtual me is a freshman there, and he plays linebacker.
Remember, I had 2 sacks in the national championship game.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Ames, you're right, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, our friends are diehard. They named their son Ames.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Did the Liebers name Ames after Ames?
He's a tough kid. That's who Chloe's going to marry.
Oh, is that right?
Chloe still talks about. They moved back to Iowa.
Oh,
Son of a bitches.
That's the ones you were talking about last week. No kidding.
Oh, yeah. Devastating.
Yeah.
I think I've asked Ben that in the past. Now I don't remember his answer. If their daughter Ames was named after Ames, Iowa.
Well, he'd have been pissed at me last night. We kicked the crap out of Kansas State.
Oh man.
Just killed him.
I bet.
We'll talk to Mr. Z in a second. Twisters is out.
I can't wait to see it.
Getting decent reviews. All right, solid. Mr. Z next. Kevin O'Connell at 8 o'clock. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan. The Fan.
Went to break. I'm sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
Fantasy football training camp is back at Treasure Island Resort and Casino. You can join Paul Charchian and the Fantasy Football Weekly crew in the full deck ballroom on Friday, August 16th from 6 to 9 p.m. You can stop by for the live broadcast from 6 to 8. Then stick around for the Fantasy Football Deep Dive. Great prizes to be had, including a $1,000 grand prize. Get the full details now at KFAN.com. Make the keyword calendar.
First of all, we went to break with P-Rod the Prodigy, and we come back with the further adjustments in Wild Impulse, local music on the Power Trip Morning Show. I forgot to tell you guys this the other day. You guys know Scott, who used to work down in Mystic Lake, who now works down in New Mexico. Yes. You know what I'm talking about, right? Good dude, right?
Big-ass bingo dauber from him.
Yeah, exactly. Right, that guy. Great dude. And so he works at a casino down south now, southwest. And we were talking about the Mirage, and the last day they were open. Mm-hmm. This is what he said about that, because they had those jackpots they had to give away.
Yeah.
So they were doing hot seat drawings, he called it. You had to be actively playing at a machine, and if they drew your location, you won money. They had so much money they had to give away that they weren't actually winning jackpots playing slots. If you were sitting at machine number T11 and they drew number T11, you won something. How about that? What can you imagine what that must have been like?
Yeah, because the Nevada Gaming Control Board requires that if it's changing ownership, then they have to give away all progressive jackpots, all of that, which is awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Crazy. That'd have been fun.
But think about how much money they have just that they just haven't given away yet at all times, that they need to do this basically, I don't know, Publishers Clearinghouse of casino giveaways here.
And Scott, if you're listening, is there like a minimum they have to give away each year? Or is it each month, I wonder?
I'm not sure.
I bet it's month.
Don't know.
I don't know either.
We don't ever know anything on this show.
I don't know anything.
No, we don't.
That's why we tap on people like Mr. Z, and we ask other people that are experts questions about stuff. Hi, Mr. Z.
Hold on. There you go.
Hey, guys. What's up?
Good morning. A lot of people here semi-excited or excited to see Twisters.
Yeah, can't wait.
Yes.
It's like Twister, but there's two of them.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, Twisters was Twisters. We talked a little bit about a week or two ago, but couldn't talk much. But I really liked Twisters. It felt like you went to it felt like they made this movie in 1990, and then Rip Van Winkled it, woke up, updated the graphics, and put it out, because it's just a straight, the movies we used to get, where it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. The bad guys are really bad, the good guys are really good, and it's literally what they invented the term popcorn movie for those movies you go to in the summer just to enjoy and not worry too much about Oscars or anything like that.
Do you remember when the bad guy from that one show about the lady being kidnapped got sucked into that tornado in the first one?
Oh, yeah.
That was a great scene. Just
Wizard of Oz.
Brilliant.
They're driving along and they told him, you're on the wrong road.
Florida got kidnapped.
Yeah, right. You're on the wrong road. You're going to get sucked into that tornado. And then it sucked him right up into that tornado. The guy
Dorothy
from Princess Bride. What's that guy's name?
Oh, Carrie Owens.
Yeah, guy. Yeah, remember he was the bad guy in the first Twisters movie. I cried and cried when he sucked in there.
I cried. So it's supposed.
But yes, Twisters is one of those movies where people sometimes mix up the words best and good, or movies that were good versus movies you liked, and you could make an argument that this is not a good movie, but that's not the same as whether you really enjoy it or not. And that's what I did. Daisy Edgar Jones, female lead. At first, I thought it was just because she's really cute, and I'm just being an old creepy guy, but there's something, she's really good. At some point I realized it's not just that. She's really good at dominating that scene, that camera. She carries the movie. She's, the Helen Hunt character. And it just, something about her. She's going to be a star. It's certainly her last day of not being a star.
Wow, that's awesome. Good.
Good
she
for
was,
her.
again,
That's
she was
sweet.
the one in that one movie where she lived out in the in the wilds.
Yeah, the Crawdads.
Yeah, that one.
Crawdads movie, yeah.
Pretty good movie. I cried at that movie.
Fantastic. Loved it. And people are it's going to do good. It's not going to break any records, but, they were thinking originally like a $45 million opening. I think we're going to get way closer to 70 or 80, hopefully. And it's just, like I said, it's just a straight, silly, fun movie.
Love it.
Sauce, this is for you, but if Mr. Z, if you know anything about this, please jump in. But there is a 24 movie in the works. No word if Kiefer Sutherland is going to be in it or not, but a 24 film at some point.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it, but I mean, they did the 24-bit without him. That bombed horribly. They tried to do like a mini series. The charm of that show was as unrealistic and as weird as it was. Every hour was an hour of 24 hours. That was sweet. I don't know how you could do a 2.5-hour movie about it, but maybe Mr. Z knows.
No, I don't. It doesn't it sound like something that's going to Paramount Plus?
That's a great point.
Right.
Yeah, very good point. Zacho and I might be and Hawk, I think you watched it. It was a great show for the time, man. It was an awesome TV show.
It was one of the best shows of all time.
Yeah, the cliffhangers are sweet.
Appointment viewing.
Yes.
It's the only time I've ever actually I had an old-fashioned VCR because I had hockey practice or something, and so I had to schedule the recording back in the day to make sure you didn't miss an episode.
The old times.
Oh, great show.
Hey, Mr. Z, speaking of Paramount Plus, and this is not quite movies because this part of it is a TV series, but Paramount Plus canceled Halo after 2 seasons. of course, based on the video game. And it got me thinking because I just saw the Borderlands trailer a couple days ago because that comes out this fall as well, the movie based on the video game.
Yeah.
It is crazy how often Hollywood misses with video games, right? That for whatever reason, it just doesn't translate.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't. Mortal Kombat got close. We're at least making something that was kind of fun 30 years ago to watch. But no, I think it's because they try to. Playing a video game is such a different, with your brain, when you're playing a video game and the way you associate with the characters is completely different than just watching them on a screen. And so I think they try way too hard to make a video game into a movie, and I don't know. It's really tough to do. I'm really looking forward to Borderlands, although I'm nervous about it. But I'm kind of looking forward to it. But I think the translation almost never works.
Well, Hockey loved the Street Fighter movies.
I thought they were great. I really did. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I can't.
Zelda. We'll see about when Zelda comes out. So we'll see.
Well, but maybe that's the catch, right? Is the animated ones like the Super Mario Brothers movie that works, but when they make it live action for whatever reason, sometimes it just looks really lame.
There's going to be a Zelda one?
Yeah.
Yeah, with 2025, I think.
Awesome.
I wish they'd make a Red Dead Redemption movie just so I could.
I would.
Go to Valentine.
watch it
I want to see what Sadie Adler looks like.
Or a series, right? Put it on
Just
Max.
bombs.
An HBO
It'd have to
series would be
Kriesel
sick.
would cry so much
I
at
would
the
cry
end.
hard.
I'd cry, and then I'd watch somebody go to Valentine, then I'd cry.
Priest, you had a question about Alamo for Mr. Z. Did you know?
Oh yeah. So do you know when the Woodbury one's opening back up? Because I know Sony ended up buying them and the franchise locations, the 5 of them that had been closed. Had you heard anything?
I do. No, not directly. No, just what you would read in the trades or on the internet. So no, it was a really tough time for this industry for a lot of years, with the lockdown followed by the strike, and then giving us a year of movies that were really meant for TV. And so the good news is it feels like we're back. It feels like that. And so there's a lot of reshuffling of money, reworking with banks, really interesting stuff of redoing the loans and then getting back open. So that's the good news is it's not just going to stay shut down. But no, I don't have a timeline on that.
Mr. Z, next week, Deadpool and Wolverine comes out. What are your thoughts on that? Have you seen it, and can you talk about it?
No, they whenever a movie this big comes out, they legally they have to show us the screenings, but they have a date. They wait till the last second before they can do it. So they're keeping it tight wraps. The only problem, I can't wait. It's going to do fantastic. Deadpool might have started its promotion a little early. Sometimes that can come back and haunt you, and it's almost like a boomerang effect where it starts to feel like the movie already came out, because we've been talking about it for so long. But none of that matters if it comes out and it's a slam dunk. And so it's expected to do like a $200 million opening. I mean, it's already pre-sold a ton. So it's going to do the biggest business of any movie this year, especially for an R-rated film. But as far as everything else is completely under wraps.
Wow.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Mr. Z. Appreciate the time, man.
Hey, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
At Mr. Z Movies on Twitter if you want to ask him questions about films or argue about Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. Hey, Hawk?
Yes, sir?
Did Showplace open back up yet?
Yeah, it's open again. Now it's a man.
Okay.
Man.
Oh, man.
That's a man, baby. That's a man, baby.
Man got a great song.
That's a good bit.
To know
so good.
When Alamo opens back up. It says on the press release, it says later this summer. I want to watch Twisters there.
What makes the man? Is it the woman?
We need to go there and watch Halloween again.
Just because she has big.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
what
God.
Matt and Trey bit.
From Orgasmo.
I've not seen that.
Oh, my God. It's laugh out. It's
dumb. It's like the South Park guys. It's dumber than hell, but it's got a couple of bits that are so funny.
I don't want to sound like that's such a great bit.
I would say it's.
But I think you got a nice ass.
I would say if Chris missed it, he could stay missing it.
Hawk could laugh at it.
It is preposterous.
It's preposterous, but it's funny.
There's a handful of funny things that are worth your time, but the rest of it is just nonsense.
Yeah.
But those guys are geniuses, right? They almost never miss, even when they're being that stupid. And that is really dumb.
But it's got its moments. The
first
4 showings at the place across the street, Hawk.
Yeah.
Are all sold out for Deadpool and Wolverine.
That's crazy.
All the big screen experiences, 3 of them are sold out. Should we go?
Oh, of course. But aren't we going to be in at the NFL Hall of Fame?
Yeah, the Hall of Fame game.
No, that's 2 weeks from now.
Well, you're gonna be, don't you guys leave that day?
We're leaving real early.
For the road trip?
Yeah, like a week early.
Oh, we'll leave on Tuesday when he's here.
Yeah, we should just get up and leave.
Yeah, we should.
That'd be funny. It's a good bit.
Yeah.
Or Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to prank Rosie again, though.
No, you don't like doing that.
I don't know if I
stuff.
want
You
to put
feel
him
bad
through
about
that
it,
again.
yeah.
What about the WNBA bit?
That's what really matters, right?
What Really Matters brought to you by Catalyst Supply and CatalystSupplyCo.com.
Yes! Thank you, Catalyst.
The Twins host the Drunken Scotties at 6:10 tomorrow night. 2-gamer against the Drunken Scotties, then 3 against the Phillies. Twins are 4.5 games behind Cleveland to start the post-All-Star break. So that is tomorrow at 6:10. Scotties are in town. What really matters, though, is this.
I have a question for you, Andy.
Yes, sir.
So the Vikings play the Jets in London.
Yep.
9:30 a.m. our time on October 6th.
Yep.
When you buy to go, because you'll be at that game, obviously, but do you go to every NFL game in London?
Yep, I have the season ticket.
How many of those are there?
There are 3. So there's 2 at Tottenham.
Okay.
And 1 at Wembley.
Gotcha.
So the Jags home games at Wembley.
Okay.
Yeah, because the owner tried to buy Wembley off of the FA, and the English kicked up, going, "No, that's our home." So that fell through, and then they play the Bears at Tottenham as the away team.
Gotcha. I don't think we haven't been to Wembley, right? The Vikings haven't played at Wembley.
Yes, you've played at Wembley. The first ever game that I went to
Was that the Steelers?
Yeah, that was the Steelers.
That was before I worked for them.
Yeah, and then you had Twickenham, what's terrible to get to, as you guys can test. And then the last game was at Tottenham.
And Tottenham's one of the best stadiums I've ever been
Sweet.
to.
Yeah.
You know,
Tottenham is a great spot.
I've been to Tottenham so many times, but I've never seen an actual soccer match there.
Really?
Yep. It's either concerts or the NFL.
It's so crazy how that giant stadium is just in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
it's
that's
cool.
That's what happens with soccer clubs, right?
It's the coolest.
Yeah.
It's the coolest.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
What are concerts like there?
They're good. They are good fun. Yeah, I saw Guns N' Roses there.
Good.
Super
You saw
loud
Guns N'
for
Roses? No
football.
kidding.
Yeah.
Our good friend Andy has seen a lot of concerts, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
He saw Pearl Jam at a bar in what city?
South End.
Yeah, and in his home in Ballsack by the Sea.
Yeah, we didn't even know who they were.
And it was their first time ever in England.
Well, outside of continental America.
Oh,
They hadn't even gone out of America. And that was the first gig they played.
Why did you go see him if you didn't know who they were?
Because I always went to that bar. It was my mate was running the night, so I'd always go because it was always rock bands were playing on this night. Because rock, especially heavy metal, is not cool in the UK. You get picked on for liking metal.
Really?
Yeah, so it doesn't get into the mass media or anything like that. So it was always niche. Yeah, so when you find a venue that's playing live rock music, you go there, and it's such a community.
That's crazy you say that because that's where all the hard rock is from. I mean, it was created by Black Sabbath in England.
Yep, I know.
That's crazy.
Yep, they prefer R&B and pop.
Yeah, well.
Top of the pops.
That's why we won the war. Pardon?
We won the war.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you turned up late and went, we won!
Right, George Washington loves Sepultura.
Hell yeah.
Well played. So does Hogs.
Oh, sorry, the War of Independence. Sorry, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
We have so many of those in my life.
Lincoln like Cannibal Corpse.
Oh, yeah.
You know he did. You know he did, yeah.
What is your Independence War record?
Oh, my God.
Well, if they got independence, mate, usually. But most of the time. It's like
You
White
won a
Bear
couple
Lake.
of
It's like White
rebellions,
Bear Lake
right?
in the state tournament.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're the main one that had a war. The rest of them, we just gave up in the end.
Yeah, Zach, it's like any gal that I dated. When they wanted to leave, I lost them.
I think the main problem with that, or the cause of it, was the Second World War, when you nearly bankrupt us by going, hey, we'll help you out. Here's some machines and stuff, but here's a bill to pay it all back.
Yeah, well.
Sounds like us.
Ask gas or grass, brother.
You're right. Yeah, nobody
Yeah,
rides.
but we're allies, right?
They should have let Parrish pay for it all.
Yeah.
He would.
Should have done a Rosie.
Yeah, listen, we needed to boost the economy. All right? Let's go.
Worked.
Let's do more of What Really Matters after this. Marnie in Parrish, about a half an hour away. Kevin O'Connell at 8 o'clock. Power Trip in studio debut. He's here for an hour from 8 until 9. And Plain Initials at 8:20. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
band is Ditto. The song is Windy. And speaking of that, Andy, you got a Wendy's finally coming to town.
Yeah, exactly. They've just arrived in the UK, and one's coming into Bullset by the sea.
How exciting for you to have a Wendy's. You'll get Frosties.
Yep, I can't wait to try it. I love that location, though. Right next to McDonald's.
Is it right? Really?
Yep, right next door.
How close is it to where you almost got stabbed and died?
About a 5-minute walk.
Ah, good. Don't walk that.
No, I won't walk that way.
Yeah, please.
Did you guys have Raising Cane's there yet?
Not yet, mate.
See, John, again, that's why we won the war.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? America.
Coronated chicken for all.
Let's do more of what really matters. I'll do scores and stats, and Chris changes your life with something else.
Yeah, I got a big story for you. So go ahead.
The opening of the Paris Olympics just a week away on July 26th. Team USA opens their basketball play on the 28th against Joker in Serbia. They just beat them in exhibition play 105-79 a couple of days ago. But they do have a couple more exhibitions before the actual Olympics start. They have a couple of games in London against South Sudan and then Germany. South Sudan, I think, tomorrow in London. But the Paris Olympics just a week away.
It's wild.
What really matters is this.
Many flights around the U.S. are still grounded this morning over a communications issue stemming from a security update rolled out by the cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike. The FAA says all flights from Delta, United, American, and Allegiant were grounded because of a technical issue. A statement from American Airlines says they have been able to safely reestablish their operations. It's unclear how long the grounding will continue for the other airlines. Frontier Airlines grounded their flights on Thursday due to a Microsoft outage, but those flights have since resumed. Other U.S. airlines are also reporting difficulties, including booking, check-in, and other online functions.
Spirit doesn't use computers, so
So the CrowdStrike CEO says this is not a cyber attack.
No, it's an update.
Yep.
It's an update.
Nice
Yeah,
update.
they screwed up themselves.
Now, Andy is a cybersecurity guy himself.
Yeah, I
Do you
am.
buy that?
No, we don't use that.
No, I mean, do you
buy
buy
his
it?
excuse?
Yeah, they can do it. At this point in time, I do think the way it's hit certain things, and so widespread. So I do think it's more case they've screwed up something.
Oh.
It's, unfortunately with updates now, there's a lot of stuff that you're not managing the hardware. It just happens. Yeah, and when that sort of
Oh,
thing.
yeah, I hate that.
It's in the lap of the gods, right? So
Right.
it's great from a work experience because you don't have to go through the whole process. You just say, right, it's going to happen automatically, and bosses buy it. When humans get involved, they get scared. But then when this sort of thing happens and an update automatically happens, then it will trickle across the globe. And of course, probably what happened is that Australia got it first because they entered in the day first, and then it trickled across the globe to America last.
Incredible. Wow.
So, this is always a moving target here, but I saw a story this morning saying CrowdStrike's already down 20% before the market opens, because obviously when your job is this and you fail, the market says, well, this sucks.
Yeah.
So I guess they are getting pounded in pre-market trades. So good luck to CrowdStrike.
Yeah.
Hideous.
There's pictures of, the blue screen of death.
Yeah.
Like it's on all the kiosks at the airport. On all this, even like the big screen that shows the security wait times on either side, that's just blue. It's and then it's of course affecting 911 operations in some places.
Wow,
what a mess. No, and then there's certain places that you have to pay cash right now because all their electronics are down.
Gas station this morning, I always get a Red Bull before coming in. Red Bull and a sandwich. It was cash only today. So
Yeah, which we were talking about that over here. How often do you have cash in your wallet? I almost never have cash in my wallet. So I better know before I fill up my gas tank that they're not taking cards, or I'm going to have to dine and dash.
Right. Yeah, or work for it.
Yeah, right.
I did something really stupid yesterday at a gas station.
I guess it's more than one.
Let me guess. It's the same thing Hockey and I witnessed. You
Yeah,
do?
you just put it in there. You don't know what's on the other side.
I was a little.
That's brave.
We call that gambling.
I do it because I like the smell.
Okay, that's weird. What a sentence that was.
What is wrong?
God, is he Humpty from the Digital Underground?
No, I went inside because I needed to get a couple of things, and I needed to get gas too, so I did the whole prepay. And I was so distracted by this conversation I heard on the way in and on the way out by this couple I saw, because she was walking out as he was walking in, and he was like, "Hey, what are you doing here? I thought you were at work."
Oh, no.
And she was on the phone, and she was like, "Hi," and then she's like, "I got to call you back," and then he goes, who is that? And she was like, oh, somebody from work. And I couldn't hang out long enough because otherwise it would have been obvious that I'm like trying to snoop.
Pretend you're shopping.
Yeah, you got to.
No, it was outside the door.
Right. Oh.
And so I walk in and they're still talking and whatever. And I did the gas thing. And then I was trying to like walk really slowly on the way out. And it sounded like they were figuring it out.
So he may have caught her in some kind of a lie.
I hope not. But
Been there.
What do you mean you?
I mean, I don't know. For his sake, I guess. They were talking about like how she got off early or something. Which anyway,
you said your work conference was in California.
Right.
Why is your plane ticket to Europe?
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got out of my car.
You got off early.
Right. And I put like 50 in or something. And I drove away. I didn't put the actual gas in the tank. So
are you kidding
somebody
me?
might have gotten a good amount of free gas.
I wonder, though, if they went to go use their credit card.
Yeah, I would hope.
Thrown off.
I would hope. But I'm sure it said, please begin fueling.
To pump your gas.
gas.
So,
that's awesome.
Because you saw an affair happening.
Wow.
It's like John Goodman in Revenge of the Nerds. We forgot to practice.
Oh, again.
So I'm hoping it'll be like one of those things where like after a while it cancels and whatever, but I can't imagine if I pulled up and said please begin fueling. I'm
That's
like,
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, free gas for a day.
Somebody out there is driving down the road right now, just relived their worst moment listening to you tell that story.
Right.
I can't believe I was walking into the gas station. There she was. She had donut glaze on her face. And there's a guy on the radio talking about it this morning.
I love donut glaze. Castro's dancing.
We know.
Hawk, how about this? I think you may have just mentioned this too, but there's a whole bunch of casinos saying that this outage is downing ATMs and slot machines. There are photos from a bunch of Las Vegas websites saying, look at this, Station Casino with temporarily unavailable signs. Like slot machines went down because of this bit as well.
Wow. Yeah. That would be
it's anything
widespread.
running Microsoft with CrowdStrike, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, imagine you went to Vegas and today was your day.
That would save me some money.
I'll tell you what, though, I'd burn that sumbitch to the ground.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
I'm down $14,000. I got to make it up today.
Sauce,
that was out loud.
I was widely criticized for picking Patrick Cantlay by Kevin Gorgan, but he is your leader for the power trip bet at -2 after Xander just bogeyed. So Sugar Shane Lowry is your overall leader at -7, but he is imploding. He's going to drop a couple shots, it looks like, on the hole that he's currently playing. So he's going to come back to the pack a little bit, but he's -7. Brown's at -5. Noren and JT are -3, and then Patrick Cantlay and Billy Horschel at -2.
I don't know anything about golf, but those are craters. Those aren't sand traps.
Right.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I love them.
That looks like they were from shells in World War II.
Yeah, you go in there and you're in big trouble.
They're my favorite bunkers. What are they called? What are those bunkers called?
Oh,
Sand
pot
traps?
bunkers.
Oh, well, I guess that.
Yeah.
You like pot brownies?
I like, a lot of pot everything.
Okay.
Yeah, whole town. How high are you going to be tonight?
I'm going to stick with the old alcohol tonight. Go old school,
Good for you. Way to go retro.
The juice is loose.
Yep. That's going to be you at the GH.
You got to check the tolerance every once in a while, right?
I don't know. You're not
Gaze
required to
at
know.
a graveyard.
Tommy will be there. Corey and I were in the sales area, and they did like where they hit the gong bit, and then they have this big meeting. And
Dear God.
Yeah. And the person giving the meeting basically had to tell everybody, now remember, some of these beers have high alcohol content.
Oh my God.
Like it's an adult daycare. We had to be, it was like the RA in college. Like, don't get too drunk.
It was like we talked about with the World Series of Poker, how we were all children and we had to be told to wash our hands when we go to the bathroom and no running. That's what it was, Chris. It was, look, this is a work event. Watch how much you drink. Let's all be responsible. And there were 3 or 4 absolute lushes that were pissed. Like, oh God, I was going to get 0.3, but my boss just said, take it down a notch.
Or they just say, don't tell me how to live my life.
Damn right.
See how that works.
That's
Do
what
I
I'm
work
saying.
24 hours a day? No.
Can I ask a quick golf question to you, Corey, who's watching this behind
Why would
you?
I know?
What is going on with Lowry? I thought we saw him put it on the green.
I don't know what he's doing.
What is he?
He's like in the trees. I think he's trying to make a decision. I don't know how.
He was on the green.
Yeah, but
maybe he was on the wrong green.
I don't know what happened.
right?
Maybe it was a couple minutes ago.
I have no idea.
No,
Yeah, I mean, he's not even.
Hole.
I don't know what he's doing, but he's hitting
waiting for a rule.
4
He's
and he's
saucing
nowhere near the hole. So I don't know what's going on.
Oh, look at that train.
That's crazy.
That's a fast train.
Tommy?
Oh, a train.
All right, here comes the ruling guy.
Yeah, this
You know,
guy's
they're
saying
big
just
deals
quit.
over here, Andy. Sorry.
Hawk, what's this guy saying?
This guy said, hey, listen to me, man. Your ball just fell in that lady's bra sack over there.
Prozac.
That's what we call him over here in
Shane Lowry
Scotland.
Is that where,
Scotland,
is that
yeah.
where Andy lives?
Yeah.
Shane Lowry is from Ireland. What's
is.
he saying?
Oh, yeah,
Kiss
listen,
me.
you better get over here. I'm going to have to beat that guy off.
Why?
No reason.
During the break, Sauce was telling us a story about a golfer yesterday that got so frustrated golfing that he just quit. Right, just withdrew.
He withdrew.
And then you used the phrase "he just completely meat sauced."
Yeah, oh
it.
yeah.
Oh, you used that?
Isn't that crazy? That
great.
We have all said meat saucing it like it's a verb. Like if you throw a tantrum and just quit, you're meat saucing it. But now it's such a common thing that's said. You just to somebody else that person meat sauced it.
Yeah. Look at you.
Yeah.
Like if somebody's constantly said something that I do that's wrong, and that's Coreying it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could just walk around and be like, "Oh man, that guy totally Coreyed that."
Yeah.
And Corey,
But you do.
I need you to walk over here because the guy that withdrew looks like me.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Is that right? God, that would be too much.
yeah, that could be a cousin or something.
He quit after 8 holes. Meat sauce. He just couldn't handle it.
No.
Oh
This shot.
boy.
Having walked up to
no.
the 29-year-old.
No, it's in the water.
Uh-oh.
Is it in the water?
No.
That's in the
Bleachers.
guys going in the bleachers.
Are you kidding me?
It's Justin Thomas.
Are you allowed to play through that?
Well, you get,
would you find
you
it
get
for him?
relief.
I would.
No, you got to hit it off of Frankenstein's fat foot.
God, what a great bit. Go ahead, John.
Play it as it
It
lies.
said he scolded Chip way over the green on the shortest hole before looking back at his caddy, shaking his head, and he could be heard saying, "I'm done."
Right. Meat sauce.
My
Hey,
God.
meat sauce.
That poor guy.
I'd like to. I would just like take a big driver right into the frickin' sea. Just see how far you can go.
Hold on.
But he's now saying that he acquired a back injury.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
See, at that point, finish the round, but just start pounding beers.
Yeah, give her hell.
Or,
Yeah, you know,
or heaters.
Every time when I'm knocked out of a poker tournament, I get on the phone when I'm walking in my car and I call my wife. She'll be like, "Well, what went wrong this time?" I'll be like, "My back,
My back.
piss blood! I got the auto
My
show."
discard hand got injured.
Oh, man, my
he hit-
back.
So what's going on with Shane Lowry? He hit a ball, he hit his drive, and then he hit a provisional. So that means if you can't find it, you play that one, but you played at a penalty.
That's your just in case.
And then he found his first shot. So that's what's happening.
Right.
So what are they? So does he get to choose which one he wants?
I think because he played the second shot, I think he has to play that ball.
I guess so. Yeah.
No, I think if you found it, you can play the first ball.
Really?
But if you,
yeah, if you've lost it, that's what the whole thing with it's provisional, right? So
but
if
I
you do
thought
find it.
he hit his second shot already. I thought.
Oh right,
And the one onto the green.
So he'd
I
already
think.
moved ahead.
But it's tough without the golf is such the intricacies of the rules are insane.
Yeah.
So we're just guessing.
Everybody but Corey's guy is falling apart.
64686. Send us your thoughts
let's hear
on
it.
what's going on.
We don't read that.
The speech last night.
By the way, I still don't understand that about golf. And I know it's like it's a gentleman's game and it's honor and this and that. If you have rules officials at these big tournaments, at every tournament, why do you have to sign a scorecard? Why can't somebody just
tradition?
That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
The tradition's a bad reason to keep doing anything, right?
It's the NFL doesn't have leather helmets anymore because of tradition.
Right. Times change. I get when you are at a a course championship. It is you can't have 50 different officials wandering around chasing normal dudes, right, and gals. But at the professional level, they shouldn't have to keep track of their own score.
No, they have, like you said, they have somebody following every group.
Right, so that should be the official scorekeeper, just like an official in every other sport on the planet.
Or they have people on TV that call in and say the ball moves.
So stupid.
Yeah.
I got a hot take.
I can't wait.
Does this involve Justin Thomas?
I think in many scenarios, like particularly rain.
Oh, God, John.
Kiss me right now.
Keep playing that banger.
I don't know if we can.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
that big record label. I think they should add carts.
See, That's
speed it up.
So that's what everybody was saying. They were talking about, oh, God, what a tune. I love that song. So does John.
Yeah. It's a crippler.
That Tiger should play on, what do they call it now, the Champions Tour? Because it's 3 rounds and you can ride a cart.
That would be
That's
great.
his problem. He's a... Sorry, John.
It's like
but he has a fake leg. He had a fully reconstructed leg.
It's like me walking 18
Right,
holes.
that would be... Well, it's not that bad.
Because we don't have the sound on here in the studio, and Sugar Shane Lowry has hit so many balls on this hole, and they keep showing highlights, I'm pretty sure he's about to hit 36.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know how many swings he's had, but, man, they've showed so many shanks.
He's 10 cupping it.
Yeah.
He was
I think
arguing
he's
with the
sitting
cameraman.
4 here, line 4,
A
but
friend of
my
ours,
gosh.
Corey, who has money on him, said it was a provisional on his second shot. So whatever that means.
Oh, okay,
So he hit again, and then I don't know.
But now he's in the
This is
trees
taking
again.
40 minutes.
Yeah,
Is
he's
he taking a piss?
Look at that. Since hitting his second shot at 11, it's been 19 and a half minutes, almost 20 minutes since hitting his second shot.
Right, and we thought Cantlay was slow. Brilliant.
This is going to cause a major backup.
Yeah, of course.
On 394 Hopkins Crossroad.
I'm Dean.
I'm Dean. I'm
What
the
happened to
fan.
Dylan?
The news is next.
Why-
Marnie will be here in a
why,
second.
Dylan?
Parrish will be here in a second. The head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, Kevin O'Connell, 1 hour from now. Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan. Can I hit reset?
Vertigo by Ditto.
Cause my mind is